give this vlog thing a try. So the NRL season opener in Las Vegas. Second year that the NRL's doing it. First year looked great, both on the field and off the field. This year my team, the Canberra Raiders, they're in on the action. So no better chance for a trip to the other side of the world than here. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's now 7:50 on Sunday, the 23rd of February. I've just checked into this place, took the bus up to Hume Highway, looking out the window, looking at every Macca's, every truck stop as a checkpoint, as I normally do on these big trips. But to do a vlog here today, I've had to bring out the big guns because it's going to be a whole week of festivities, fun, fan activations, meet and greets, open training sessions. There'll be test matches, nines tournaments, all over the place. I want to try and get as much of that as I can. So yeah, I'm seriously looking forward to this trip and enjoy. And I will see you in Vegas. Fair bit of jet lag to start. I feel like every single stop throughout the checkpoint process, I've been pulled aside, I've been stopped. Shit show. Once we got on the plane, once we got flying, everything went well. Once we got off the plane, a disaster certainly struck. So we were on a connected flight from Sydney to LA, LA to Vegas. The turnaround time between landing in LA to getting to Vegas, about 2 hours. Now our bags did not automatically transfer over. So all the baggage we had to handle did not carry over from one flight to the other. We had to pick it up, check it back in. And that was sort of the worst part of it. So I officially got into the USA at 7:40. This flight was boarding at 7:35. Went to pick up my bag, check it back in. First of all, they told us all throughout the baggage carousel was carousel 7. But we had to later find out, word of mouth, that anyone on that Sydney flight to Auckland, all your bags been moved over to carousel 8. We have to go to baggage recheck, check in. It was 8 a.m. This flight was to leave at 8:15. So everyone that just came off the first flight missed the second flight. So people are stranded. I acted quickly. I got on a Southwest Airlines flight to Vegas at 11:40 this morning. And I sort of fell asleep throughout that whole flight. So yeah, jet lag's kicking in. I think I'm just going to run on US time at the moment. I was aiming to work on Australian time throughout this trip, but it's sort of like mid-afternoon in Las Vegas. I think I can stay awake till the night, so we'll see how we go. I might go out a little bit, see what goes on. First flight was a good one, Stars Abroad. I was actually sitting in the row next to former Raiders coach David Ferner, Raiders royalty. The Strange family was there. John, the Roosters, Gillaroos coach, daughter Jasmine was there. I saw the big man, Darryl Broman. He was also on board. Yeah, a lot of NRL fans in attendance, a lot of Raiders fans and everything. So yeah, good start to there. That's something to be cheerful for here. Currently wearing the power of Tommy. Unfortunately, he's been sitting on me for the last 16 hours. It's time for a shower. So this is the place I'll be staying for the next 8 nights, Excalibur. It was a cheap place. I'm not really made of money here. I'm not making anything here. That's for me to tell the customs officers. Just a nice little setup here. Bed with equipment around. And hopefully the bathroom. And sort of like safe deposit box, ironing, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. That's night 1 done and dusted. Mainly just walked around, walked through the casinos, went to the Sphere. Amazing show. Incredible. Very visually pleasing. So if you're ever in Vegas, definitely one to check out. Day 2, the Raiders just had a training session here. The Panthers are here as well. Their session doesn't look open. This was the only thing on the itinerary on day 2. It is 12 p.m. The open training session, good 2.5 hours, liked what I saw. All sorts of media there. Sunrise did their live cross. Whatever the fuck that was, Shervo did. This sporting complex we went to, the Kellogg Czar Sports Complex, massive. It's huge. There's about 15 fields. It was sort of well away out of the strip, so Uber's to and from. Minimal shade, so face a bit red, neck's a bit red, but I'll be fine. Day 4, nothing else left to do today, so might as well walk you through the rest of the resort. Now, almost forgot my wallet that had my key card in it. That would have been stupid. So I get down here first. It's pretty cool after I saw it last night. Full arcade set up around here. There's pool. Yeah, they're going for it. Bean toss. So many cranes happening around here.
Let's go! That one's mine! I got a Yoshi! What did you get, man?
What the heck is that?
$50 ticket.
You can get a toy.
Yeah, she could get I actually get
Mario Kart. Bit of air hockey. Beautiful. Looks like it's Dairy Queen, Orange Julius. Flappy Bird. Remember Dick's Last Resort. Old Dick Shamo, Las Vegas. Off to the lounge. It's closed. But it looks like they do venues live. The Starbucks in here. The BetMGM Sportsbook. I'll be doing a lot of me content here. Do you do cricket?
Plays. He loves to go out. He loves to be
That's a
part
look
of his
here.
team's effort. And I'm amazed that it's 14 years too, right? First ring.
I feel like I'm going to be spending a lot of time in here. Got Tap. Sports bar here. Fair few games here too. Tap Sports bar. Day 3 is when the festivities really got started. The NRL's Fan Fest opened up. I headed down there from 11 a.m. till about 4. It was a good little vibe there. The day started off with Carl Stefanovic front and centre doing his stuff for the Today Show. Sunrise was there in the background too. Also, same lady doing the morning show. That was the same lady that was there for, I don't know her name, apologies. But she also did stuff for the morning show too. Early on in the day, saw Peter V'landys, Andrew Abdo there, had a bit of a yarn to them. First person I actually saw when I walked in there was Graham Annesley. So there was music going, there was festivities happening. Fletch and Tiny came up on stage for about 5 minutes. Then Jared Croker came up. After 3 p.m, the media launch for Vegas happened. And that's when the Wigan fans really started to shine. They were sculling beers from the beer tower. They were singing their songs. Liam Farrell had the loudest reception out of all players that came up on stage. Fletch also had some sort of reception because he played for them. Poor old Isaiah Yeo was copping it with the booze. Poor old George Williams was copping it even worse.
There are plenty of loud voices from the UK in the group. I gotta say, you're handling it very well at Grace. Okay, what's the build up and line back home? And
That was fun. Now, there were two options for the night. It was either go to NRL 360 and Matty John show on Fremont Street, or go to Silver Bowl Park for USA versus Greece. I decided to go to Silver Bowl Park, and unfortunately we didn't get a game. The match was abandoned due to bad lighting. So here's a rundown of how that happened. So I'm currently at Silver Bowl Park for USA Greece, and yeah, the game's been delayed because there's no lights on behind me. He's off to work. I've just got another light on set up right behind me. It's looking nice now, but the other side you got to deal with now. Right, here's an update. We've got, well, we just had these ones set up where I was previously standing, but lights are just starting to come on here. Still a light tower here that lights up part of the field. There's also this one. I don't know how long this is going to take, but this is outrageous.
Unfortunately, we've had to abandon tonight's test match due to the failing lighting. Player safety was an important issue in this. We do apologise, and we do thank the Clark County electricians for helping us out, trying to get a game on, but unfortunately we just couldn't get it done tonight. Thanks for attending. Please travel safe home, grab something to eat on the way out, and hopefully we'll see you back here for the double header between Greece and USA, both the women and the men. Thank you.
The day started off, I went on a stadium tour, went through the owner's lounge, went through the premium lounges, premium suites of the stadium. Some of the views from the stadium was absolutely immaculate. The tour guys that ran us through it, I just put the hashtag down below, shout out to Alex and I'm gonna say it's Darnell. They said if you forget, call them the Blue Man Group, so shout out to the Blue Man Group. So a lot of issues in Canberra has been around the new stadium. Government saying that a new stadium is going to cost $3 billion. This is a $3 billion stadium. They were setting up the field for the NRL while I was on tour. I actually did not see any of that part, but they had tables and chairs set up on the field. They've got all the signage and everything up and ready for the NRL in Las Vegas, which is good to see. At the start of the tour, we got to see the big torch that they light up before every Raiders game, I believe. The one thing about the Los Angeles Raiders that I learnt about today is they're very big on the legacy of Al Davis. I think his son owns the team now, Mark Davis. He's that dude with the awful haircut. Not to say mine's any good, this is why I wear the hat all the time. And also because the face is red and everything, and I'm out in the sun a lot. But yeah, once we got through the suites, we went down to ground level. We got to see the locker room for the Raiderettes, the cheerleaders there. And then we actually got to see the Raiders locker room, and I think that was probably the best part of the tour. They advised us to put our phones away for this. We're all asked to gather around the Raiders logo, watch the TV screens that were facing it. Once the videos stopped playing from the TV screens, they had a hologram pop up and play a video from Charles Woodson. Then we got onto the field, just sideline only though, even though I had it set up for an event tonight. I'm actually amazed at how much smaller the playing surface is once you're actually up close and personal with it. So yeah, they finished the tour with going through the team shop, and yeah, after that I headed back, and then I headed back over to the fan hub for another day. Day 2 of the fan hub was packed. There was Q&A sessions, signing sessions going on. I walked into Raiders great Laurie Daly at the casino there at Resorts World. Had a bit of a yarn to him. Once the Raiders arrived for the signing session, I didn't stay for the signing session. I actually headed up to Fremont Street where the fan fest was really happening. But it's going to have to help get me through the weekend. I am wounded after day 4. So I made it just in time for the start of the recording of the Matty John show. I was just sitting in the background of that, and once again the Wigan fans were getting very vocal. Warrington fans also were getting very vocal too. After the recording of the Matty John show, I actually saw some bloke getting pinned down by the cops, cut in his face and everything. So everyone was stopped and watched to see a guy get taken off by paramedics still resisting arrest. During that time, I was having a chat with an American bloke. He was talking to me. I was asking him about police brutality in the US. He was asking me about rugby league. Good yarn. He said he'll put a bet on him, gave him some tips. So after all that was done, I headed down to the Fremont Street thing. Very busy. I think in hindsight, I would have chosen a better place to stand. There was a red carpet rolled out along the Fremont Street area. Long way. But the thing about the Fremont Street area, the whole ceiling lit up in Rugby League in Las Vegas, the zip line was going off. I liked the place, I loved the place. It's so different. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the stage. I could only really see what was going on. I'm not the tallest bloke out there. I had to put my arm up to record some stuff. But yeah, teams were introduced one by one. Started off with Warrington, then Wigan, then the Warriors, the Raiders, the English women, then the Gillaroos came up, then the Sharks, then the Panthers. They all did their bits on stage. They then came off the stage, walked down the red carpet, sort of paraded through. Had me handshakes, had me high fives with the Raiders players, the English women's players, the Gillaroos players. But then I'll take somebody else to the ramp. And yeah, the rest of the night sort of finished off with Conrad Sewell was up there performing, just some of his stuff, some Aussie hits. To be honest, a bit boring, but then the Stafford brothers came up and they killed it all night. And Savage also came on too. I love seeing Gordon Tallis on stage. Yeah, I sort of left a bit before the end. I was still waiting for an Uber to get back here while the whole thing finished. I actually saw Greg Alexander. I think one thing that I took out of watching everyone's content last year, the big thing that really gave me the big FOMO was Fremont Street. What the NRL has done with the Fremont Street experience here, I think in a way they've nailed it. Got to give us a better place to stand. Wayfinding, direction. I don't know what Clark County does with all this stuff. But yeah, the whole street was pretty much just a walkway, so you could pretty much just pop off anywhere onto the side, grab a beer, go back to your post. Accessible as that, and yeah, I think that's what did me in tonight. Too many beers. So I'm going to start fresh again tomorrow. Probably want to see what's on. Probably would like to get out of the strip and probably catch the nines for a lot of the day. So yeah.
Is there anyone here from Australia tonight? Are there any Kiwis in the building? Make some noise! Can you make noise, sir? Make some noise for Savage! That's good. Yo, the greatest born on all-time born in Thailand!
Day 5, I've just kept it as a chill one. Slept well over me alarm clock, decided not to leave here. Wasn't hungover, just exhausted from drinking too much. So yeah, there was still Fan Fest going on, there was still Fremont Street happening. I headed to Silver Bowl Park. I wanted to catch the end of the Vegas Nines and the 2 test matches and the NRL Combine, but I actually just missed the end of the Nines. The USA and Greece women were playing, and from what I saw in that game, that was a highly competitive game, very good. At the Combine, coaches were running through 20-metre sprints, or 10-metre sprints probably, but the only game I really got to see was the USA men's versus Greece. One player featuring for the USA team, one of my favourite all-time Raiders, Daniel Vito, former Samoan international as well, but eligible to play for the USA due to his years living here during his stint for the WWE. And the guy that was marked up next to him, the opposing Greek centre, I'll find the name, you deserve flowers, because he made that matchup personal. It's great to watch. Greece got off to an early lead. The USA bounced back with a couple of tries, including one that I captured right in front of me. Greece then fought back to lead, and the second half was all Greece. I very much did enjoy the game. It was fiery, it was physical. It was actually a very good quality game of rugby league to watch. The crowd in attendance, mostly US locals. Got to have a yarn, had a chat with a few of them, and people from all parts of the United States. Everyone's got good stories to tell about what's rugby league to them, how'd they find the game, all that stuff. So if you're ever in Vegas for the NRL, go to Silver Bowl Park, go for the Nines, go watch some test matches. You'll actually discover a whole new world of rugby league out there. And this is an early one for tonight, so anyways, it's game day tomorrow, so let's go. Day 6 was the big day. Got up early, started a bit of a crawl around the strip at about 9 a.m. Sort of went to OYO, enticed by $3 beers, $1 blackjack. Table was full, so had to settle for the machine one. Made me way over to New York, drank at 9 Fine Irishman, and after that I pretty much just headed straight to Allegiant Stadium. Plenty of fans out and about, plenty there early. Arrived before the start. First game was Wigan-Warrington. Now this game I was actually excited to attend, even though this is not something on every Rugby League fan's bucket list, but I've always wanted to go to a Super League game. And I have sung my praises about the Wigan fans all trip. So here's some stuff that they were doing all game. Their game was a bit low scoring in the first half. I think Wigan did get off to a 24-0 lead by the end of that first half, but second half was just Bevan French masterclass to start it. Warrington did get some scoring in. Whatever effort of a comeback that could have happened didn't happen. So yeah, Wigan got the win, and then it was time for our game. Now the atmosphere for our game did take me by surprise. One thing I was really hoping for, that the Wigan fans would carry over the energy they were bringing, they bring it to us. And they did just that. Reason being, during the week, a lot of the Wigan fans I spoke to during the week said they like Canberra because we keep signing their players. And we like their players too. I wasn't sure about any other connection or any other link from Wigan to Canberra. Probably the only other thing I could really think off the top of my head is that both were massive clubs in Rugby League in the 90s. But for the game, it was unreal to see the Raiders get the win in Vegas. Probably the longest away day I'm ever going to have to do, because it is a long trip. It's a long flight. And for me, I did get the jet lag, so it took me a few days to settle in. But I had a heap of fun. I don't know how I'm going to return the favour to Wigan. I don't think I can support them in the Super League. I don't support anyone in the Super League, but I do like the product they got there. I just don't know if I can hop onto a bandwagon. I'm just not that type of fan. The third game was the Gillaroos versus England, and unfortunately this was just a real showcase of how well the women's game in Australia has grown, has developed. Like the NRL, they've had their CBAs, they get maternity leave as part of their contracts, they sign multi-year contracts, they're able to make a livable salary playing rugby league in Australia. England is not like that. England, to prepare for this tour, had to meet up 3 times since Christmas. I know I was reading about Raider Holly Mae Dodd, who was playing for the English side, saying that she was doing her own training in her own time. Like watching the NRLW, watching the Gillaroos play the Kiwi Ferns, women's rugby league is a fantastic product. I just don't think this game was the best representation of it. And finally, we had the Sharks Panthers. I don't know what you'd see on TV, but it didn't really look like much of a crowd there. What one stadium policy is that you can't scan out, so once you leave the stadium, you can't come back in. Throughout the day, you've had people come in at the start, leave after the Wigan game or the Warriors game. You'd see people stay for the entire duration. I stayed for all 4. You had people go out the back, have a smoke, check out the fan hub, which I did halftime of the Gillaroos game. The total attendance was 45,205. That would have been the amount of people that scanned their tickets and walked in. But Panthers Sharks, compared to earlier in the day, wasn't really much of an atmosphere. Like, there was cheering and all that. There was loud vocal support, but yeah, nothing like the first 2 games of the day. But that was a quality contest. For round 1, 2 potential top 4 sides. Every bit as advertised. I did not think that Penrith were going to actually hold a team down in a high scoring grind, but they got the job done in the end. I knew the Sharks had points in them, but if they were able to stay in a grind in a low scoring one, that's where I thought Penrith might have beat them by a lot, but they kept it really close.
Watching Raiders away. Watching Raiders away. Watching Raiders away! Watching Raiders away! Watching Raiders away! Take the turn! Take the turn! Raiders! Raiders! Your shit! Yay! Your shit! Your shit! Your shit! Watching Raiders away! Watching Raiders away! Oh, fuck. Okay.
In just a few minutes for that QR code for a chance to win.
That little picture doesn't look that nice. You want 100 Come on, England! Score some fucking goals!
So the whole Rugby League in Las Vegas experience, pros of it, the week, the festivities, everything building up to it has been awesome, just amazing. My only query with the stadium is very hard to see, well, the dead ball line, the in-goal area, the end zone. I think what the real reason the NRL would be doing this for, to bring games to Vegas, is not really any of my business. It's not something that I would blow up about, because at the end of the day, the game's a business. They operate things like a business. They make deals and stuff like that to get their brand noticeable, get things out there. Honestly, before the ball had been kicked off in the first one, there was talk that they were only going to get 15,000 people there. They ended up getting 35,000 in year one, got 10,000 more in year two. They added the fan hub this year. They added 4 games. One con is, I think 4 games of rugby league in one day is a lot. Sometimes I feel the Sunday on Magic Round is a lot of rugby league. I'm going to be testing that theory this year because the Raiders play last on Magic Round this year. But overall, it's been an unbelievable week. But at the end of the day, it's now thinking towards what's next year got in store. I would love to come back next year. I just don't know if I will. If I had to give an answer on my attendance next year, it is a hard no. But let's see what can happen. Anyways, I'm still going to be here for a few more days, so I'm going to keep you updated with things that I can find to do around here. See ya.
Day 7. Now that the rugby league's done and dusted, decided to have another chill one. Well, it was time to cool down, rest, just try and find some fun activities to do. I started the day off going to Topgolf. Absolutely awesome place. It's a driving range. You can play games, aim for those targets. They got 4 big screens playing sport on the background. Very good place. And I also gambled until all my cash was gone. This $2 voucher right here, that's pretty much all I got left. But ultimately, I spent the early evening going to the hockey. The Las Vegas Golden Knights were playing the New Jersey Devils. Hockey really a sport that, well, the NHL in particular, something we're not really exposed to much in Australia. But I get around it every time that the Stanley Cup comes on, so worth the spectacle. It was at the T-Mobile Arena. They host the UFC at this place. The whole place from top to bottom was sort of themed in the Golden Knights thing. Thought it looked cool. Yeah, so watching the game live compared to watching it on TV, thought it was a lot easier to see the puck. Sometimes when you watch it on TV, you don't really see the puck that well. But I was sitting high up and it looked like I could actually see everything. I could actually track everything that was going. Sitting high up, could actually read the play, see the channels and everything. Again, it is a sport that I'm not too familiar with, but that game is hella fun. Like, it's violent, it's physical. It takes a lot of skill, having to skate, control your speed, trying to handle a puck. A lot of opportunities going begging. The stars of the show on that ice are the goaltenders, no doubt about it. Like, they have cat-like reflexes. It's insane to watch live. The Vegas Golden Knights ended up winning 2-0, both goals coming from the power play. But yeah, that siren they play after they score a goal, that was loud, that was deafening. So yeah, while I was in Vegas, I experienced live NHL. Great night to be had as well. As I walked out at the exits, I actually ran into BKR Sport, and he said he's got in his vlog when the Devils players were in their penalty box, he was absolutely giving it to him. So I'll watch his vlog to see that, so I'd like to see how he watched that from his perspective, so shout out. And yeah, I still got one more full day here and then I'm off home.
Sometimes the bomb might explode without any warning.
Thank you.